Greetings, family. Empress D. I've decided to just sit and chill today while we have our talk. I hope everybody is well. I really do. And I hope by now that people have considered, or at least are contemplating, or have started their own daily nature journey. Don't get me wrong, just because I'm sitting here right now don't mean I didn't go for a walk already or that I'm not planning to go on another one, family. Being in a natural environment is so important because when you think about it, we spend so much of our time at cubicles, at desks, in our cars, in our homes, and not in the natural environment. And that's not how we're meant to be. We're meant to be outside tending to our gardens and tending to our homes and enjoying the outdoors. We're supposed to be soaking up the beautiful sun rays because there are light codes in there that are essential and necessary for us to thrive and be alive. Vitamin D does not have to be taken in a supplement. It's free with the sunshine. Oh, sorry, the tree is blocking it. But look, my shirt. See? That's what's up, family. And I feel like we are so deceived in the world that we live in, so deceived. So much deception on so many different levels. What I wanted to talk today about is our beautiful, wonderful orange man, Donald Trump. Now, I know people are going to be triggered by when I speak about him, and I say this: what angers you, family, controls you. I, at this point in my life, do not allow any human being to trigger me. At least I try my best not to, because again, what angers you controls you. I like to keep a handle on my emotions because we all have the power to do so. And so, for me, Trump does not trigger me. In fact, no human triggers me anymore. Every so often there's maybe one or two out there that slip me up, but for the most part, I do not allow human beings to trigger me. Now, I will say this: when I posted, I know I don't have very many subscribers to my channel, but when I did a video about Trump derangement syndrome, I lost a couple of my subscribers. And now when I speak about Trump, I think people get the wrong impression. It's not that I support or endorse anything that this guy does at any time at all. But again, I won't allow him to trigger and anger me. My whole purpose of speaking about him is this. And in fact, when I think about it, all politicians, none of them trigger me. I was in Canada during 2021 and 2022, the years when the beautiful and wonderful, magnificent Trudeau was in leadership. And I hear people vehemently cussing about him. And I hear they have every right to be upset because he did some disgusting things, but I can never find myself riling up this anger towards these people that I don't know. In fact, it's probably because of this. I know that the world is a stage. I know that these politicians are nothing but paid actors that are sent out here to put on a show. And the purpose of them is to actually distract us and keep us angry and riled up, and to actually shape and manipulate our perception and our emotions. And I refuse to allow any of them to do that to me. But back to the whole intention of this video, is I wanted to speak about the orange man, Trump, and what he has decided to do. And now, obviously, if anybody's following the news, we're quite aware that he has deployed military force against the American people with the guise of creating law and order. Now, most recently, I've read that he is deploying military personnel, I guess in the form of the National Guard. My cat is inside crying to come out. I wonder if you guys can hear him. Anyway, I can hear him, but that's okay. I will take him out for a walk after. His plan is to deploy National Guard or whatever military personnel he's planning to deploy to 19 different states. And when I first heard that, my mind went right to those post-apocalyptic movies or TV shows where there are military personnel at different checkpoints, making sure that those that are moving about have to pass through them before they do. I honestly think that Trump is preemptively preparing for something that is coming. And he wants the National Guard, or I'm not even sure if it's the National Guard or whoever he's deploying, in place before it happens. Something's about to blow, family, and I feel like we have to be prepared for it. It's time that we take our focus on the things that we used to take our focus off of the things that we used to focus on, like all of the TV shows and sports and, parties and all that stuff, and really take heed and really pay attention to what's going on around us so that we can be prepared. I'm keeping my ears to the ground because I need to know what's happening so that I can avoid being caged in. Me, I cannot be caged. I'm sovereign. We were all born sovereign, and my sovereignty is important to me, and I will maintain it at any cost. And I hope that you recognize too, family, that you are born to be free and not to be manipulated and subjugated and controlled by anybody, right? And so if you take nothing from this video, please take this. Our Creator created us with free will. We each individually can choose and create the life that we want for ourselves. It's also important to recognize the not so easy to digest truth that the world that we live in is full of deception. All of the world is a stage. Shakespeare said it. I don't know, I've always known this quote. I did go to the School for the Arts, and we did study Shakespearean plays every year. So I know quite a few of them, and I don't know that quote is from a play, but Shakespeare said it. And if you know anything about Shakespeare's history, you would know that I won't go that further, but he was in the know, family. And so please, I want nothing but the best for all of you. Just what I want for myself is what I want for you. Please take heed and try to pay attention to what's going on around you so that you don't recognize too late, whereas you have no options, right, family? Anyway, that's it for my message today. Thank you for taking the time to listen. I really love and I value each and every one of you. One love.